I think most members, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. We represent our districts, and we understand. We support I support the president. I support this action, but at the same time, we've got to pay for this. So how is this going to be dealt with? I would actually like to see Iran pay for this, whether it's 20 billion or 200 billion, whatever it is. Look, they've been at war with us for 47 years, and it's finally being ended by the president, which is awesome. But it comes at a cost, and they have resources. They have been siphoning those resources away from their population for those 4.5, 5 decades, and certainly they could pay that bill pretty quickly once things get up and running, and the Ayatollah is no longer in charge. So I think that's an option that we need to pursue as well.
I realize that I'm the dork who, watches movies and reads books about like elves and dwarves and stuff, but that gentleman right there lives in a goddamn fantasy land, because Donald Trump didn't start a war, he ended a war that's been going on for 47 years. And also, it's not the American taxpayer that's gonna end up paying trillions of dollars on this war. No, the Iranians are gonna do it. Yeah, once again, we're building the wall and Mexico is gonna pay for it. And they can say that with a straight face on the news, Cenk.
Yeah, all right, let me break it down, because this is hilarious. Really, even if you're like deep core MAGA, you believe that crap? Come on, please tell me you're not that ignorant. Let's put it kindly. Okay, so after we invaded Afghanistan, did Afghanistan pay for the war? After we did Vietnam pay for the war? Okay, this is absurd. Nobody pays for a war against themselves. What kind of lunacy is that, right? I have to bother saying these things? Okay, but hold on, I'm gonna give you more about Iran in a second. But I wanted to also address this talking point about the 47 years. Guys, this is a talking point that came out in unison in politics and in media. The reason for that talking point is this war was obviously just for Israel, and we couldn't find an American interest. We'd already destroyed their nuclear facilities. On the first day, we killed their top 49 leaders, so the regime was gone in a sense, right? And we've taken out, as Trump keeps bragging about, their Navy, their Air Force, all their boats, etc. So why are we even there? That's why they had to come up with a talking point of, oh, remember Iran attacked America 47 years ago. And that's why we now have 47 years ago? We did a coup against Iran back in 1953. So what is that, 47, 26, that's 73 years ago. Did we start the war 73 years ago? This is insane. And guys, when you see them all saying the same point, Ben Ferguson said it on Piers Morgan when I was debating him, but it doesn't matter. Go online and you will see all of the Israeli assets saying the same exact line about, oh, they've been at war with us for 47 years. That's an Israeli talking point given to the politicians and the media by their Israeli handlers to make it appear like America has an interest in this war. Okay, that's how this game is played. This brother just took it to an absurd level. But think through what he's saying. If there was any truth to it at all, it would be even worse. Because John, what he'd be saying then to what we would collectively be saying to Iran then is, you better fight us tooth and nail. Because if you lose this war, not only are we gonna get rid of the regime, and some of you like the regime, a lot of you hate the regime, so you're kind of mixed on that. Not only are we gonna drop bombs all over Iran and kill your children, which they're definitely against, and not only are we gonna hand your country over to a puppet dictator who's gonna report into Israel, but if you already didn't like that, or hated it with all of your might, after the war, we're gonna rob you blind and make you give us all of your money to pay for the war where we bombed your children. Well, then what are the Iranians going to do? They're gonna fight to the last man, right? So the only thing worse than this being a preposterous lie is if it was true.
Exactly. We live in such insane and insulting times.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.